Let us discuss the topic called peephole optimization. Let us see what is this peephole optimization. See, it is a technique for improving the target code locally. And what is this optimization? We will understand with some examples also. But what we need to understand, it is a technique for improving the target code locally. So we will apply this technique to improve the performance of the target program. And we are using a term peephole here. The meaning of peephole is replacing the instructions by a shorter or faster sequence whenever possible. Replacing the instructions by a shorter or faster sequence whenever possible. That is called peephole. That is the meaning of peephole. Anyhow, peephole is a small moving window on the target program, and some of the techniques under peephole optimization. First one is redundant loads and stores. What is this redundant loads and stores? Let us look at the example. Move r0 comma x and move x comma r0. So we can eliminate the second instruction since x is already there in the first instruction. Since x is already there in the first instruction, we are eliminating the second instruction. This is called repeated redundant loads and stores. Repeatedly we are loading and storing the same thing. We are doing the same thing repeatedly. That is why these kind of statements can also be eliminated, which is called as redundant loads and stores. Next one, flow of control optimization. Here we are going to eliminate unnecessary jumps. For example, go to L1. The statement is go to L1. And when we go to L1 statement, there the statement is given like go to L2. So instead of writing these things indirectly, we can write the statement go to L2 directly. So what we are doing, we are going to L1. When I go to L1 line 1, or otherwise you can consider something. L1 means line 1 only. So when I go to line 1, what is there? Go to line 2. So it is an unnecessary statement, right? Unnecessary jump we have done. So that's why eliminating unnecessary jumps is called flow of control optimization. This is an example for that. We will also see one more example. So to eliminate the statement L1, go to L2 is provided and it is preceded by an unconditional jump. This particular explanation belongs to our previous example. You see another example here. If A less than B, go to L1, and when I go to the L1, again the statement is go to L2. So this is also an unnecessary statement. Unnecessary jump has taken place here. That's why what we can write, instead of writing like this, I can write if A less than B, go to L2. If A less than B, go to L2. This is called flow of control optimization. And another technique is algebraic simplification. So peephole optimization is an effective technique for algebraic simplification. So by applying all these techniques like redundant loads and stores, flow of control optimization, algebraic simplification, so all these are the effective techniques for peephole optimization. The meaning of peephole is replacing the instructions by a shorter or faster sequence, right? That is called peephole optimization. Algebraic simplification example. See the statements here, x equal to x plus 0, and another statement is x equal to x into 1. So when we have two statements like this, what is the result we will expect from this? x equal to x plus 0. So we are adding this with a 0. We all know that. So if any statement gets added with 0, we will get the same statement. And if any statement gets multiplied with 1, we will get again the same statement. That's why adding anything with 0 or multiplying anything with 1 will gives you the same result. That's why there will be no change, and such kind of things can be eliminated. Such kind of algebraic simplification can be eliminated, and we can also reduce the time period for execution. So this is called algebraic simplification. Next one, reduction in strength. See, in order to improve the performance of the intermediate code, we can replace the instructions by equivalent cheaper instructions. Means we are going to choose the cheaper instructions than the other instructions. Right? What happens here? So certain machine instructions are cheaper than the other. For example, x square is cheaper than x into x. And like that, we have some other examples also. What we will do here, similarly, addition and subtraction are cheaper than multiplication and division. So we can add effectively equivalent addition and subtraction for multiplication and division, right? So reduction in strength means replacing the cheaper instructions, to improve the performance of the intermediate code. So example, x square is cheaper than x into x. Last one is machine idioms. So they are nothing but the target instructions. They have equivalent machine instructions for performing some operations. So some of the examples for machine idioms are auto increment and auto decrement addressing modes. And these modes can be used in code for statement like I equal to I plus 1. Right? Auto increment and auto decrement will also be done by using a code statement called I equal to I plus 1. So the target instructions have equivalent machine instructions for performing some operations. Example, auto decrement and auto decrement are the examples for machine idioms.